Welcome back to the 2025 Canadian Club Championships. We got Matt Wood here.
Joined with Sydney Somerville.
And we have a clash of the Manitoban Titans. New Era versus Dark Horse. I think it's a repeat of the gold medal match for the provincials, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yes. Cool. Awesome. So New Era so far has a undefeated record. Looking to keep that streak alive going into playoffs with the win over Dark Horse. Dark Horse, unsure we're lying right now, but every point counts, especially the last game of the round robin.
I've seen a couple other games, and Dark Horse has been doing fairly well. They've been pulling some really good-looking wins. Very fast play, but also a little more on the conservative side.
Okay. That's different from what I'm used to seeing out of them. They're usually a little more run-down, pressure.
I'm sure against New Era it'll probably change since both teams are so familiar with each other.
That's true. They know each other in and out, no problem. We got a starting lineup for New Era. Grenier, followed by Chartier, Dupasquier, Nguyen, and then we got Lavoie, Lavoie, and I don't know who's on the right.
Doing a little commentary swap here.
Oh, I hear you. Okay. Just had to jog across the gym because we had a game run late on the other side.
Oh, what game on Court 6?
We got to see Vibes taking on Phoenix.
How did that go?
Vibes won with 5-3.
Good. That's
Phoenix. Phoenix did try to resurrect themselves a little bit though, but Vibes, they absolutely stunning play.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I love that team.
They have vibes.
We were just talking, me and Matt were talking about how this is a face-off between Manitoba 1 and 2. This was their provincial gold medal match.
Yes, this is a rematch, and I'm so excited to be here and be able to do it. Nice big shots off of that rush. Dark Horse throwing from the back court there, trying to go for number 7 on New Era.
That defense pushes up really close to that line.
You have no idea. Nice big block there from Ferris going up into the net. That's going to bring that third ball now back for the New Era side.
We do have an limb, Nguyen, number 18, off of New Era.
Yes, I was unfortunately, it was just behind Kyle Lavoie as he got down to get out of the way of that ball being thrown over.
I'm a big fan of these jerseys from New Era. I believe they were the gold edition after being champions last year, weren't they?
Yeah, they have been champions for a good couple years in a row now.
Oh, okay. I've been out of the loop for a little bit.
New Era is they're a very stacked, talented core team. So we don't see a lot of changes coming from them, and they have just been absolutely running the Manitoba circuit.
Oh, they're very strong. I especially like this swap that they have going on in Grenier's corner. On defense, he puts Dupasquier in for him, and on offense, he takes over the left wing. It's a very effective gameplay for them.
Especially because they just took Ashley Bend out on the New Era side, taking it down to just 3 against 5 on New Era. Grenier going for a catch, doesn't make it. And then Wu taking a shot at Ferris. Ferris managing to stay in though, but unfortunately for Grenier, he does get eliminated.
Solid block from Dark Horse over there. Eldon Wu with the play call in the middle. It's really, really nice to see him back.
Yes, he had that knee injury, so we do see him wearing some bionic gear.
Yesterday he had black to match those jerseys. Today it's white.
I love that he matches.
All part of the fit. Look
Woo.
good, feel good, play good.
Honestly, Wu has got style for days. We see Klappa coming up to take that shot. Fortunately, it doesn't work out for him. They do manage to get out of the way. We are down to just those 3 players, so it's a 3v3 for New Era. Big block up from DePasquier. Goes to take the return shot at Wu. Wu getting out of the way just barely in time. See the Dark Horse coming up to the line again, taking the shot. Klappa goes for Lavoie. Lavoie blocks.
Now we're in a 3v3 here. Both sides have 3 balls. It'll be on Dark Horse. Quick snap from Eldon.
I love that the biography for New Era, they do say like, oh, dodgeball, 4 provincial golds, 1 national gold, silver, and bronze. So they have the whole spectrum of colors. And so humbly say that they're just a team thrown together to be competitive on a national scale, and they ended up becoming close friends. What an after-school special way of doing that. And a catch on Olivier there from DePasquier. That's going to be first point on the board for Dark Horse.
It looked like it was in his grips, but unfortunately he did let that one out.
That's going to put a target on him next time he's in the lineup.
Austin Woods and Daniel Holzer joining the lineup for New Era. Doing a 3-ball defensive rush. And Dan survives. There's been a little clip going around of him doing his 3-ball rush at another tournament and getting drilled pretty close to the line after that. Beautiful catch.
Chartier just brings it in without breaking a stride. Going for Ben. Ben getting up nice and high out of the way. Woods passing the ball off to Grenier now. Looks like Grenier is going to make that call coming up to the line.
Both teams are so active. It's really hard to see everything that's going on.
All right, so we see the 4 players now on the side. Coming up, pop fly. Grenier trying to get them to catch it. Does stay on the court, but Grenier gets eliminated. He was hoping for that team catch the way he was staring up at it. Ball control on the side of New Era now, and they go straight for Ashley Bend, and that is a
big target for Dark Horse.
Yeah, and that was on point. They go for Pacheco. Pacheco does go out. Dark Horse is in New Era is in take no prisoners mode, and Dark Horse is in take out New Era mode. All right, we've got Wu and Schmidt coming up to the line now. Nice block from Holzer that's going to send it still inside the court for New Era, so they maintain that ball control. Wu with a nice block. 4 balls now for Dark Horse. We're going to see who they throw at. Looks like DePasquier wants to take the counter on Wu, but we can hear Dark Horse screaming, no! I mean, New Era.
Letting their team know that that ball rolled across and wasn't swept.
Hold, it's not worth it. Schmidt goes out after a big hit from Holzer as he was flat on the ground. Bounced right off of his back. Holzer telling him to calm down now. And they go 1-2. Both shots miss Wu. Wu going for Woods. Woods blocks. Oh.
Called out.
So Wu is down to a 1v3 now. We've got Chartier, Holzer, and DePasquier left for New Era. And that second one, he points at DePasquier. You got me. You got me, bro.
(1-1) tie game right now.
See, that's the thing about Dark Horse. Like, it is 2025 right now. They formed in 2023, so they've
been together for a while.
A while, but still new in terms of dodgeball teams.
Yeah.
They were kind of a mishmash team too after a bunch of players went to Edmonton in 2022. And honestly, the formation of all those teams put together has worked out great for Dark Horse. They have come such a long way to take that number 2 position in Manitoba from some of the more established teams. Big up catch. Woods grabs it, but he falls out, tosses it back in. So it's not going to do anything for New Era, but hey, it looked really stylish, and it keeps the ball on the New Era side for that control.
10 points for effort, but unfortunately for this tournament, you do have to have 2 points of contact in for the catch to be legal. I'm hoping sometime soon they introduce the national rule of catch out of bounds still counts.
But I mean, the style points are...
they're there. They're absolutely there.
4 players now for Dark Horse, going just in between Kalapa and the other player next to him. We see that Schmidt has the ball.
Great laterals happening in this corner. Nguyen and Schmidt facing off.
Olivier making the play call. Olivier Job making the play call. Dubois getting his hat knocked off.
Don't forget your hat.
They just kick it out and give it to the ball retriever. It's all good. Nice shot from Ferris there between Olivier and Zeller. Olivier Job and Zeller.
That's Volkart.
That is, but huge catch from Schmidt again. That's the second time they've made a catch to win the point.
He's done so well this tournament. He was MVP for quite a few games yesterday. Saw him play this morning, and I believe it was a win for them. He was also, he hits his targets, he positions well for catches, he's very quick.
And he's wearing exceptionally long shorts.
I said the same thing. That's not what we're used to for
I know.
him.
I mean, they're very nice shorts, but that's not a length that we normally see on Schmidt there. Volkart is a newer player to the Dark Horse team. So I've seen him play at a couple tournaments, but I haven't seen too much at a club championship level.
He's got a great arm. His survivability has definitely come a long way from his first game yesterday versus now. I haven't gotten to watch every single match, obviously, because I'm playing as well, but he's strong.
I like the good thing about a team like Dark Horse for those newer players is a lot of them are legacied into Dodgeball Manitoba, so they know the fundamentals, they know which communication styles to work with, what to work on. They are a very good, adaptable team, and they're very welcoming, and I'm trying to think of the other word for it, but in a way of like teaching. They have a great mentorship. They have a great mentorship as well when they bring on those newer players.
I would agree.
And I would say they just a good vibes all around team. No shots made off that opening rush. A little cautious now. We do see the play call being made. We got the 2 Schmidts and a bend for the Dark Horse side taking that shot there. We see Jesse on the court now for New Era. We haven't seen him yet.
Oh, Copet?
Yeah.
Or Copay?
Copay.
Or Copay?
Copet or Copay, but just not Copet. 2 goals going on to the riser now. Big shots from the Dark Horse side. That's going to give ball advantage over to New Era. We see
the clock hadn't been started.
Ooh, and the ref is counting down the shot clock there. Dark Horse 4 balls in hand with 5 players left.
Grenier, that trail ball.
Tapped out in the chest as DePasquier was rushing them. They take that free counter with Grenier going for Ben Schmidt. He manages to stay in. We see Klappa coming up to the line now, and Josh Schmidt taking the shot. Doesn't connect.
But another catch from Schmidt.
Oh my gosh. We gotta watch out for that. And then a 1-2 on Ferris. Absolutely well done. Ooh, it almost looked like Ben was going to throw there, but then we see Ben Schmidt throw. We're down to 3 players now for New Era. So Dark Horse is maintaining their line and their ball control. Really working it.
Catch.
Ben with a huge catch.
Dark Horse is looking strong.
Gotta bend it like Ben. Ooh, Ben trying to make lightning strike twice, but doesn't quite happen off of that shot from Cope there. Lavoie blocks into his teammates. They don't even break their stride, but it looks like he does get eliminated from that counter shot.
He tried for another catch.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Jesse could run the line here. Getting very close to the center line, though, something he needs to watch out for. But he could take this down to a 1v1 situation. Does look like they are aware of that on the Dark Horse side, so they do a full send as he gets nice and low in the corner guarding himself.
And looking at the clock, we have just over maybe a minute and a half left in this half of the game before no block. Dark Horse leading strong 3-1.
Love that big fake there from Pacheco off of the opening rush. He has got a lot of aggression.
And a catch from DJ Dupasquier.
That was a good catch.
And Brett Zeller answers with a catch of his own.
Absolutely well done. All right, Dark Horse coming up to the line now, taking their shots at Grenier. Huge air, and he returns fire, and Grenier finally takes out Wu and celebrates it. Honestly, Grenier has a massively hard throw on him.
Another hit from Grenier.
New Era coming up to the line now. It's a 3v3 situation.
We're looking at a 4v1 here. And a catch from Grenier off of his teammate.
Ooh, Grenier's gonna be celebrating that one. I love how he does it with just like a little, yeah. Like a humble but powerful shrug.
And we're going right into no block.
All right, we see Jesse there letting his team know, just play cool, play cool. He's going to be the first one out. It looks like as he was rushing up, they took a pre-counter. Dark Horse leading right now with 3-2, and they send right at Bend there, not able to get a catch that time.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Big player on Dark Horse.
Absolutely. You got moves like that, you're going to make yourself a target. Grenier going for a catch, not able to connect. They send those two balls, wasn't able to connect with either of them. He goes out. Dark Horse just slowly working their way over it. Ben Schmidt goes out off of that shot from Ferris.
4v3 in favor of New Era.
Yeah. New Era with almost no balls in hand. Olivier Job going for it as well as
Ferris is eliminated.
Yep. That's a 1-2 on Ferris. Bit of a back and forth situation. Great footwork there from Klappa, managing to stay in and avoiding those shots.
Uh-oh.
Oh, looks like we need a timeout.
Oh, no.
Klappa, looks like something happened to his shoulder or his arm.
I don't know what part, but it's definitely on the right side of his body. It looks like he's holding his shoulder.
Yes, we are going to stop the game while we just take a minute. He does go up, but it looks like he is hurting a bit.
It might be a dislocation.
Good thing we have medics on hand. And they are coming onto the court right now. We're going to see both team captains coming in to chat with the referees. He did get hit out, so I don't think there will be a substitution. So it will just be Schmidt and Olivier Job when we do resume play.
It does look like he's moving it back there, so I don't think it's dislocated. It looks like he might have just come down on it hard.
Yeah. Could it just been a really bad tweak? Let's hope for a really bad tweak. he's up and about. You know, he's holding it, but we've got a great team of physiotherapists, massage therapists, medics. So huge shout out to everyone who's here this weekend to be able to make sure the players stay unbroken. They'll work on him.
Yeah, we've got some movement in it.
That was definitely a rough landing.
That was scary. Looks like he came down on it and then kind of slid out from under him. Almost.
Yeah. So the thing about jersey material, it's wicking, but it's also like very easy to slip in it. And the hardwood flooring also, you know, it's very easy to slide on.
Doesn't help when you're dodging like noodle-like he was up at the line.
That was again that noodle-like dodge that I was just complimenting him on. All right, so they are going to restart the clock. Whistle goes. We still have the 3 players in for New Era. Lavoie goes out though, just as I curse him.
Commentators curse.
Olivier Job going for Dupasquier. Dupasquier gets hit with the ball in the hand. It wasn't an accidental block, but so close that, you know, it was a little discouraging there. We see Schmidt making the play call with Olivier Job. Wide shot from Chartier at the back of the court going for Schmidt.
5 balls in hand for Dark Horse.
Changes it up, goes
and
for
a catch.
He hits,
and a catch.
He hits out Olivier Job. Schmidt goes for the counter. Chartier catches Schmidt's ball. That is the point that New Era wanted to get. Right? What can you say to that? Just wow.
I have nothing to say. I mean,
it was breathtaking the way that it was completed.
I had the pleasure of playing co-ed with Chartier at one point. He is just a phenomenal human being and so talented.
And humble too.
Yeah, you don't often hear him, you know, talking about himself. Very quiet player. Going into the second half, 3-3.
We'll give a shout out to Klappa though, as he's getting his shoulder worked on. He owns a 3D printing shop. He has made trophies for tournaments in the past. And he is the, quote, team dad for his legendary tournament Costco hauls. Honestly, I have been privy to those as he has helped with the Go tournament in the past. And he knows how to stock a volunteer room, let me tell you.
I have not had the pleasure to take advantage of that.
His services are always in great demand for tournaments. Preparedness is key. It's a very Boy Scout mentality, always be prepared.
It does look like they lost a decent amount of time during that brief pause between halves.
For Chartier, though, speaking of that epic catch and hit situation, he likes to say that his hand-eye coordination comes from being a goalie in hockey, as the ref blows the whistle going into the second half. Olivier Job going out on a hit there. Oh my gosh! Big slide from the ball retriever, takes out the ref.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure what to do with that one, but at least the way she landed on Vernitsky, she was able to just have a seat and chill for a moment.
Oh my goodness.
Yellow card though. Yeah, it's going to be a yellow card. So Pernitsky is going to have to sit it out. And we've got a pinch hitter coming in.
Unfortunately, that is a yellow card for the team, so it looks like they will be playing with down a player.
Yeah, so it's either going to be a point exchange or a player exchange. So if they get a certain number of points, they will get to bring a player back, or they just, Dark Horse is going to have to sit out the time, and that player comes back in. Honestly, I've never seen that either. We've got one of the other ball retrievers from Dark Horse letting us know that he's never seen that ever. Have you?
No, never. I didn't.
Me.
Was it a card for aggressive shagging, or what was the card?
Aggressive sliding?
I don't know. I'm not really sure what that rule is. I don't think he purposely attacked the ref. but-
No, he, I just don't think he could control himself as he was going for that ball, but
Very slippery floor for sure.
also, you know, don't take out the ref. In any game.
They're just trying to like.
So how's the tournament been going for you while they have a chat?
Not too bad. Thunder's doing well. We're doing very well. We have a 5-win, 1 tie, 1 loss, 6-win, 1 tie, 1 loss record, I believe, with
Nice.
1 game left. Not until 150, so it's a long time.
Well, I'm glad you're able to join me here while you are waiting that out.
Of course, I knew this was going to be a good game. I've been looking forward to this one.
Oh, me too. I am entertained. This is it's definitely going to be something that's going to be talked about for the rest of the tournament.
The game or the ref getting taken out by the shagger?
I'll say both, but definitely it's going to focus more on the ref. I don't think I've actually done commentary with you on a game since Western, so it's lovely to be back with you.
You as well. I think you're right. We haven't been on mic with each other since Western, so that was my very first time.
Oh, and you did so good too.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Zeller
Double
goes
tap.
down and out. He's alive though, but that was a pretty aggressive double tap on Zeller.
I think any double tap from New Era's.
Fair points. DePasquier with a
throw.
nice block. Good throws and good blocks. That's pretty much the name of the game for these two teams.
That was nasty.
Yeah, Kope definitely was like, "We'll get you next time." Ben goes for the block, but it hits. Ball being passed up to Mergler to send it over to Schmidt.
4v2 situation now.
We are going to have that player of the game coming up very shortly. I think we just need to get a check on the time as we are going in that second half. Normally, it should be on the chat, so keep your eyes peeled for it. We should see that coming up shortly, so get those votes in.
It's a tough one. Both teams are doing
Yes.
exceptionally well.
And it's such a slim margin. It's a 3-3 score right now.
We have the Schmidt brothers on Dark Horse on this side.
Oh, this is where I get to say it. It's a Schmidt show. Everyone in the chat just collectively rolled their eyes. Nice jump there from Lavoie as the second one goes for Grenier. Grenier catches out Josh Schmidt.
Looks like that Nick Grenier does pull in that catch. We were unsure if it hit the ground first before, but it looks like it was called a catch.
Yep, nice big air there from Chartier as he avoids that shot. It is just Ben Schmidt left now.
Chartier taken out on that pre-counter.
Ooh, sneaky. Good catch. I didn't see that. Manages to stay in, but very slim the way he did that. He kept a leg out while doing that slide dodge, and that could have left him vulnerable, especially for a team like New Era with pinpoint accuracy. That sailed from Grenier, though.
Even with the netting in front of me, I still flinch.
Right? Even me.
Where did Elgin come from?
I think there was a catch, and they're calling a timeout on it.
There was no catch. I haven't seen a catch on the Dark Horse side, so I'm unsure.
I didn't see one either, to be perfectly honest, but we are going to have to give discretion to the referees. We can only see what we see here from the commentator stand, and there is a net in the way too, so it can obscure vision. But huge shout out to the refs. It is a very
Difficult job.
Yes, it is a very hard and sometimes thankless job.
Unsure what the discrepancy is here. Trying to figure out where that second player on Dark Horse came out of. There, he is called off.
Okay. So I think it might have been a bounce catch. Okay, so the time. Okay, so what happened was because of that yellow card from earlier, we've forgotten about that. So they were allowed to have a player enter. So it wasn't a catch, but because the timeout with the yellow card, they thought that they could bring another player back on, but he didn't enter properly.
I didn't know that was a rule. So if you get a yellow card at the beginning of the set, after the 2 minutes, you can bring the player back to life?
I believe so. That's what I just had explained to me. I could be very, very wrong, though. Ben Schmidt does get hit out, though, so New Era is going to get that point.
Looks like Kenley is calling a catch.
See, and that's the thing with these two teams is like this is a rematch of the provincial championship. So these guys have both a grudge and a score to settle and a crown to keep on either side. Like they, and Dark Horse really made them work for it. All right, so Olivier Job comes in. So it looks like Ben Schmidt did get a catch. He did get eliminated, but Olivier Job is in.
It looks like he caught it off of his shins, no less. Pretty impressive.
So it's one of those tricky catches that's hard to see. So they wanted to make sure that they got all angles to establish that control of the ball. And Olivier Job with a double block there, but he lines. No, it's not a line out. Ref called it a hit on the shoulder. Great job from the line ref in the back there, being able to see that angle. Players of the match are up now, so we told you it was coming up shortly, and we are seeing it now. All right, so we're gonna see them line up again. So Dark Horse down by a point. New Era getting that one in. So it's a bit of a back and forth situation right now. Point to point, point to point. I think ball control is really what's going to be the turning point for either side with these teams.
I believe this is the first lead New Era has had in this game, as Dark Horse did have a 2-point cushion in the beginning.
Big hit on Zeller from Copé there. Chartier managing to get out of the way off of that counter, so we just have the 4 players now. 5 players left for Dark Horse.
And a catch.
Oh, right off of Schmidt's shins into Harder's hands. Almost looked like he grabbed it out of his thighs for him. Down and up into Grenier. Zeller going out though.
Grenier gets called out. I think he thought it was a bounce, but the ref does call a direct hit.
Honestly, it looked like a bounce, but again, we got to defer to those referees. Lavoie blocking it down through the legs. Kind of a tricky move, but he manages to stay in from that. Definitely definitely something you got to be able to be ready for. But that second one does sidewinder missile right into Lavoie there. 4 balls in hand now. New Era coming up to the line. Chartier was out for blood with that throw.
Dwindling down in the final minutes of the match, both teams are looking to pull ahead by at least 2 points, at least leading into no block. Then you're guaranteed a win regardless of how it goes.
Josh Smith getting eliminated. We have about 3 minutes now left on the timer, so New Era wants to get those points in.
And a catch!
Bend it like bend. Hashtag that, clip it. I mean, that's got to be, what, his 3rd one?
Something like that, yes, I believe you're correct.
I mean, that's, at this point, it's at least a hat trick for these 2 halves.
He's been doing very, very well.
Yeah, he is a player to watch out for. So we see 1 ball going over. It looks like there was a bit of interference there.
I think the Shagger may have picked it up inside the court by accident. Chartier giving them all the balls.
He's just gonna chill on the back line. We see Jesse giving him an inspirational quote. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Chartier's out the door.
Looks like he was trying to set up for a catch there, but unfortunately with at least 4 or 5 balls coming at you, it's definitely difficult to track just one.
Yeah, that full send, I mean, you pretty much knew that was going to happen. Like Dark Horse had his number.
The out, yes, but there's always the chance of pulling in a grab off of one of those.
That's true.
In this style of play, as long as the ball is still live, as long as it doesn't hit a net or a floor.
I think the way Dark Horse did it is they had some nice arcing drop shots on him, and that's why he wasn't able to get that control. Josh Schmidt goes out.
Eldon Wu tagged out on that.
Yeah, and
impressive air
again from Chartier. It's so easy to get distracted watching these two teams play. Like, this is entertaining dodgeball for sure, and it's almost like so many nail-biting moments.
It's difficult to pick, like, it's not going like just one way. Both teams are going back and forth with each other. Every single punishing counter or throw that is taken, there's some sort of response for it.
Lavoie getting trying out of the way, but I think it got his.
Almost.
Oh, no. You know what, though? I think regardless of not completing that one, Ben he's earned his keep on the team.
Impressive curve out of the right corner.
Yeah. That's harder for Dark Horse taking out Copé there. Harder with the block, but he does end up on the back line, and I think the block got him as well. So it is just Ben Schmidt now against the 3-4 New Era, and Grenier. Just... I mean, it's Grenier. He's a tall guy. He's got a wingspan on him, and he has got a hard throw. That is definitely one of those players who's just got all-around physical attributes that make him deadly on the court.
He's on my dodgeball highlights list. I have one catch against Nick Grenier. Just one. But I will remember it forever.
Did you get your official I caught out Nick Grenier shirt? Because that doesn't happen often.
No, I only got a sticker.
Oh. Well, another one and we'll get you that shirt.
I don't think I'll have the opportunity again.
I mean, never say never. Lots of tournaments coming up, potential for some co-ed to see what happens, or mixed to see what happens, I should say.
Going into no block, New Era has 1 point lead, so this could either be a 6-4 win in New Era's favor, or it could end up in a 5-5 tie.
Interesting.
I thought he had that.
Me too.
Unfortunate.
You could just hear the right in the, oh. And you wanted it to happen, but you also, you want to root for the other team too. It's just like, come on. New Era going for it. Wu going out, staying in the front as he goes out, though. Yeah.
From Eldon. That ball was still live that he was hit with, so he did aim for a trade. Apparently, the ball that he was hit with did die.
Yeah.
So the player is called back in.
Ooh, Lavoie going for a big air, trying to get that catch. Unfortunately, had his head turned, so they were able to snipe him out with a counter.
We're in a 4v4 with Copet, Ferris, Chartier, and Grenier for New Era.
We've got Schmidt, Harder, Schmidt, and Ben just now getting eliminated. Ben Schmidt getting eliminated, so we're in a 3v2.
Harder is eliminated. Very direct throw. Very dominating throw.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember how many are on where, and they just keep hitting them out.
A catch!
No.
So close.
It was so close. All right, so that is going to end that one up now. So like you said, the 6v4, New Era is going to take that win. Hopefully everyone got their votes in and they weren't distracted by the super entertaining dodgeball game that just happened. And we will have that player of the match coming up very shortly for y'all.
What a great game.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely loved it. Loved being able to commentate it with you.
I had fun with you too. We have to do it more often.
Fingers crossed we get